115. I should have.
걸 그랬다 소스, howtostudykorean.com.
Below is a list of vocabularies to be used in this lesson. Nouns.
동양화,
Means Oriental painting.
서양화,
Means Western painting.
바탕,
Means foundation basis for.
표지,
Means a sign on the road.
표지,
Means cover of a book magazine.
만료일,
Means expiration date.
김,
Means steam.
초밥,
Means sushi.
화도,
Means fruit knife.
식칼,
Means kitchen knife.
국자,
Means ladle, for soup.
자선,
Means charity.
자선가,
Means philanthropist.
예수님,
Means Jesus.
신장,
Means kidney.
보조개,
Means dimple.
가사,
Means lyrics.
약점,
Means weak point.
승무원,
Means crewman flight attendant.
세균,
Means germ.
수칙,
Means rules regulations. Verbs.
보상하다,
Means compensate, for a loss.
표시하다,
Means and mark indicate.
대여하다,
Means rent to rent something.
딸꾹질하다,
Means hiccup. Passive verbs.
만료되다,
Means to be expired. Adjectives.
건조하다,
Means dry. Adverbs and other words.
주황색,
Means orange. Color. Introduction. In this lesson, you will learn about a grammatical principle that looks like it has an entirely different meaning and purpose than it actually does. I remember when I saw
걸,
for the first time, I said to myself, oh, I can probably guess what that means. Boy, was I wrong. Let me teach it to you. Let's get started. I should have done.
걸 그랬다,
You can place
걸,
at the end of a sentence to express that you should have done something in the past, but didn't. The meaning is fairly simple, and attaching it to a clause is quite simple as well.
나의 가방을 가져올 걸,
I should have brought my bag, but I didn't.
친구 집에 갈 걸,
I should have gone to my friend's house, but I didn't.
가사를 더 잘 외울 걸,
I should have memorized the lyrics better, but I didn't.
아까 그 표지를 더 자세히 볼 걸,
I should have looked at that sign better, but I didn't.
우리가 봤던 원피스를 살 걸,
I should have bought the one piece dress that we saw, but I didn't. This grammatical principle is typically used when the speaker is talking about him herself, when the subject is I or we or something like that. When talking to him herself, the person regrets whatever decision was made in the past that wasn't done or was done. As you will see later in this lesson, the word
그랬다,
is often placed after the
걸,
construction for no real reason, and I have never seen or heard anything to suggest that adding
그랬다,
changes the meaning in any way. For example,
가사를 더 잘 외울 걸 그랬어.
I should have memorized the lyrics better.
아까 그 표지를 더 자세히 볼 걸 그랬어.
I should have looked at that sign better.
우리가 봤던 원피스를 살 걸 그랬다.
I should have bought the one piece dress that we saw, just like
구나,
or other forms of self-speech. It may be more appropriate to express something more formally, even if the sentence is directed at yourself. There could be somebody listening to you, in which case, it is possible to conjugate these sentences formally. I have seen some people claim that adding
요,
directly to
걸,
is possible. However, Korean people I have asked say that would be unnatural. For example, this
가사를 더 잘 외울 거려.
wouldn't be correct. Instead, you can conjugate the word.
그랬다.
For example,
가사를 더 잘 외울 걸 그랬어요.
I should have memorized the lyrics better.
아까 그 표지를 더 자세히 볼 걸 그랬어요.
I should have looked at that sign better.
우리가 봤던 원피스를 살 걸 그랬어요.
I should have bought the one piece dress that we saw. The word
그랬다.
can't theoretically be conjugated anyway, but the most common way you will see it conjugated is by adding
나,
or,
나보다.
as you learned in lesson 109. For example,
가사를 더 잘 외울 걸 그랬나 봐.
it looks like I should have memorized the lyrics better.
공부를 더 열심히 할 걸 그랬나 봐.
It looks like I should have studied harder.
밥을 먹을 걸 그랬나 봐요.
It looks like I should have eaten. When the whole sentence finishes with
그랬나.
it is most often in a form of a question. The question is usually directed at oneself, but it is not uncommon for a listener to answer the question. For example, Person 1.
오기 전에 밥을 먹을 걸 그랬나.
Should I have eaten before coming here? Person 2.
우리가 곧 나가서 곧 먹을 거야.
No, we are going to go out and eat soon. It's also possible to use the first person plural to talk about something that we should have done. In cases like these, it is common to attach
나,
or
지,
to
그랬다.
to create a question that you are asking to the people around you. For example,
우리가 그 표지를 더 자세히 볼 걸 그랬어.
we should have looked at that sign better.
우리가 동물원에 더 일찍 올 걸 그랬지.
We should have come to the zoo earlier. A.
우리가 초밥을 시킬 걸 그랬나.
Should we have ordered sushi? Person 1.
우리 딸이 오늘 학교에서 점심을 살 거야.
Our daughter is going to buy lunch at school today. Person 2.
아이에게 돈을 조금 더 줄 걸 그랬나.
Should we have given her more money? In my experience, this grammatical form is most often used when the speaker is the subject of the sentence or when referring to we. However, it is possible to use this form when talking about another person. For example, Person 1.
아, 난 버스를 놓쳤어.
Oh no, I missed the bus. Person 2.
일찍 나갈 걸 그랬지.
I told you that. You should have left earlier. Full stop. Negative sentences with
을 걸 그랬다.
by making a negative sentence with
안,
or.
지 않다.
You can create the opposite meaning of what is described above. That is, to indicate that you shouldn't have done something in the past, but did. Some examples.
이 무거운 가방을 안 가져올 걸.
I shouldn't have brought this heavy bag.
아침으로 초밥을 안 먹을 걸.
I shouldn't have had sushi for breakfast.
오늘 학교에 안 올 걸.
I shouldn't have come to school today.
그걸 엄마에게 말하지 말 걸.
I shouldn't have told my mother that. All the other forms you learned above with the positive sentences can also be applied to these sentences as well.
이 무거운 가방을 안 가져올 걸 그랬나.
Should I have not brought this heavy bag?
아침으로 초밥을 안 먹을 걸 그랬어.
I shouldn't have had sushi for breakfast.
오늘 학교에 안 올 걸 그랬나 봐.
I guess I shouldn't have come to school today.
그걸 엄마에게 말하지 말 걸 그랬나.
Should I not have told my mother that?
우리가 동물원에 안 올 걸 그랬지.
We shouldn't have come to the zoo. A.
우리가 초밥을 안 시킬 걸 그랬나.
Should we have not ordered sushi? There is also a fairly difficult adverb that can sometimes be used to express the same meaning as the sentences we've created in this lesson. I would like to introduce you to that next.
괜히,
Something that you didn't need to do. The word
괜히.
is often translated to in vain in English, but that isn't really a perfect translation. In fact, it is difficult to come up with a perfect translation for this word simply because we don't have a similar word in English.
괜히.
Is an adverb, and can be placed in sentences, just like any other adverb, and indicate that one did something that didn't need to be done. I feel it is best to teach this word by presenting sentences using this word and not using this word side by side. For example,
나는 무거운 가방을 가져왔어.
I brought the heavy bag.
나는 무거운 가방을 괜히 가져왔어.
I brought the heavy bag in vain. The first sentence is easy, and I am sure you understand it completely. In the second sentence, the purpose of
괜히.
is to indicate that the person ended up realizing that she didn't need to bring the bag. If I think of an example, maybe a bunch of people were going camping and I wasn't sure if I should bring a tent or not. I decided to put the tent in a bag, which ended up being really heavy, and when I got to the campground I saw that my friend also brought a tent, at which point, I can say,
나는 무거운 가방을 괜히 가져왔어.
I didn't need to bring this heavy bag in this situation. I could also say,
텐트를 괜히 가져왔어.
I didn't need to bring the tent. As you can see,
괜히.
is put in the sentence where one realizes that she didn't need to something. usually because it was already done or because it was pointless to do it. Another example.
나는 우유를 샀어.
I bought milk.
나는 우유를 괜히 샀어.
I bought milk, but I just realized that I shouldn't have because you also bought milk or because we already had milk. So, just because of the nature of the sentence and the meaning that this creates,
괜히.
can sometimes be used to make a sentence with a similar meaning too.
을 걸 그랬다.
For example,
오늘 학교에 안 올 걸.
I shouldn't have come to school today.
오늘 학교에 괜히 왔어.
I shouldn't have come to school today.
이 무거운 가방을 안 가져올 걸.
I shouldn't have brought this heavy bag.
나는 무거운 가방을 괜히 가져왔어.
I shouldn't have brought this heavy bag.
식사 준비를 안 할 걸.
I shouldn't have prepared this meal.
식사 준비를 괜히 했어.
I shouldn't have prepared this meal. That's it for this lesson. For more info, please visit howtostudiokorean.com.